I went to go sit down, and of course, there's Georgia. She loves my chair, don't you, George? Georgie. Hey. Hello. It's like she knows I'm going to go to my chair, so she beats me there, you know? Little stinker. I guess I'm going to have to pick another chair, huh? Huh? Hey, you. You're ignoring me. That's my chair. It's not your chair. Little stinker. Well, I had to pick another chair because she is snoozing in my chair. She considers it her chair. But anyhow, here I am. Just thought I would do a little ditty. I'm hoping it's short. I have made about 3 or 4 other videos about this and deleted them because they got to be like almost 20 minutes long. And I'm really trying to pare it down. And I don't want to have to get on here and edit. So, I am new to this ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. I just started it on March 11th. And I must say, I'm really liking it. If you're new to it like me, you're still trying to get adjusted to it. But I just found out about it like late January, early February, and dabbled in it a little bit, but then we went on vacation. But I didn't do keto while on vacation, but I did do the intermittent fasting, and I really believe that alone kept me from gaining a ton of weight. I only gained like 2.5 pounds, and I was able to lose it when I got back. So, trying to keep this short and to the point. Since starting it, the first week and a half was kind of rough for me. Even though I was doing pretty much low carb prior to this, my body still needed to adjust to even less carbs and increasing the fat. And so I was going kind of through withdrawals with headache, tired, hungry. I don't know if it was really actual hunger as it was cravings, and just feeling like I should be eating, you know? My body just, you're not giving it what it wants. So, yesterday was a turning point, and I think, I'm not sure if it was because I added a little bit more of the healthy fats to my food, or if my body just all of a sudden started adjusting to it, or it could be a little of both. But when I added more fat to my meal than I was, and I thought I was doing pretty good, but you just have to gauge by how your body's going, you know, how it's adjusting to this and stuff. If you've been eating a lot of carbs, you've never done low carb, you're not familiar with it, it might be a little harder. But at some point your body does adjust, and it just goes through withdrawals. It's plain and simple. It's going to do that. As uncomfortable as it is, just go through it. Some people take a shorter amount of time than I did, and some people take a longer period of time. But today I'm feeling pretty good. I don't, after we ate breakfast, in which I did make sure I got plenty of fat in it. What I had for breakfast was ground pork that I seasoned up to make my own homemade sausage, breakfast sausage. So fried that up into crumbles, and then I sauteed sliced baby bella mushrooms in it, and I had 1 or 2 tablespoons of bacon fat that I save. Put that in a pan, and then 3 eggs, and to top it off, I sprinkled some shredded cheddar cheese, I'd say about a quarter cup of cheddar cheese. And actually, I doubled that whole recipe, just made a big pan, and Ken had half and I had half. So, filled up a bowl. We call it our breakfast bowl. And so we had a nice bowl of that. And I had my coffee with heavy cream and a little sprinkle of stevia. And that was around 9 o'clock this morning, and it's 12:30, and I'm still not hungry. Prior to this, it was like around 11 o'clock. We'd eat like around 8:30, and by 10 or 11, I'm like, I have a hunger pang. I really could go for something. So what I found helped with that, because you're really not supposed to snack, I guess, but when you're feeling pretty crappy and you want something, and you don't want to go to the carby foods, because then it'll just start the vicious cycle all over again. You'll never get anywhere. So I had bought myself some pumpkin seeds, roasted salted pumpkin seeds. That's all that's in there. There's no other stuff in it, just simple pumpkin seeds. And I'm like, well, I'll try these, and I really like them. It's almost, for me, it's like eating popcorn. It tastes so good. So other people might not like it, but I really like it. So I would grab like 1 or 2 seeds, not a handful at a time, because you don't want to go overboard with snacking. So when I ever have a severe hunger pang, I would just take 1 or 2 of those seeds and chew on them, and then I'm fine. And so far today, I've only had 2 pumpkin seeds, and that was pretty much at breakfast. I just wanted something salty and chewy, so I grabbed a couple pumpkin seeds. But also drinking, drinking some water, or put apple cider vinegar in it and stuff helps. There's tons of different things you can do. I'm already over 6 minutes. Okay. Instead of getting into all the details about it, because I'm lousy at explaining things, I would highly recommend, if you're interested in it, is on YouTube, here on YouTube, is Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G. He's excellent with explaining about this stuff. But he is also very much a purist. So, but don't let that scare you off. Just take the information that he has and do the best you can. Which leads me to the other doctor that I really like on here, is Dr. Beery, B-E-R-R-Y. Can't remember his first name. I think it's Ken D. Beery. Berry, however you pronounce it. He's really good. He's not as much of a purist as far as the foods go. Like, Dr. Berg is definitely, it has to be organic, has to be grass-fed, and at least that's how he comes across to me. Dr. Beery, he's like, yeah, that's optimal, but if there's people like me that can't afford all that stuff. So he says, do the best you can. If all you can afford is hot dogs instead of the pizza, get the hot dogs. It's definitely better than the Cheetos and the stuff that you're eating before. So, he's very budget conscious, and he doesn't push supplements. Dr. Berg has his own supplement line, and that's fine. Nothing against him or anything at all. He's great. He knows his stuff. But Dr. Beery is also very, very good. And there's Keto Connect. It's a man and woman, a couple that have it, and they can be really funny, and they're very informative, and they're very casual, and they're just very good. So I'd recommend watching that as well. And there's a couple other that I can't remember at the top of my head now, but yeah, check them out. And so far, I mean, I haven't lost a ton, okay? My body's very resistant, and your mileage may vary. But so far, I've lost almost 4 pounds, and I've lost 5 inches total. That's all over, my measurements. I lost, I think it was like a quarter or a half inch around my belly and quarter inch around my thighs and stuff like that, so 5 inches total from all of that. But just to see the measurements and the weight go down is encouraging, because it hasn't happened for a very long time for me. So I think I'm on the right track. This just the whole plan just clicked with me. It just makes total sense, and so I'm pretty happy, and I'm feeling a lot better. So if you start this plan, just know you probably will feel like crap for a few days or so, or even, or it might not, it just might be, you're feeling blah, like me. I just was like, headache, hunger pangs were the two main issues with me for about a week and a half. So just listen to your body, and like me, you might have to increase the fat a little bit, just see if that works, because that seemed to be key for me. And like this morning, just adding that bacon fat to fry all my stuff in, it just seemed to make a world of difference. It was amazing. Like, and even yesterday, instead of having 1 tablespoon of butter in my meal, I put 2, and that was my supper. And it's like, wow, I haven't been hungry. So that might be key for you as well. So you just have to kind of judge how your body's feeling at any given time. And also there could be nutrients that you might need. Potassium and magnesium are very important, which you can get in your foods. Potassium, especially, sorry to say, but it's kale. And so I make the kale shakes. Sounds disgusting, but Dr. Berg has a very simple, very you can get it down without gagging. Okay. So there's different ways you can get your nutrients without being like, ugh. But you're gonna have to suck it up and eat veggies and salads. That's all there is to it. Now some don't really eat that much. I try to get a substantial amount. That's why I added you can add them through each meal. As far as the intermittent fasting goes, I'm not at the pro level at all. I'm good if I do 12 to 15 hours of not eating. I haven't been able to go past that yet, but it's only been a week and a half, and it can take several weeks, and I fall in that category. So don't stress about that. And they say, get it down to 1 or 2 meals a day. Well, I'm still about 3. Some days, depending, I can just do 2. But typically I'm still going 3. And and it's still working for me. Maybe I could speed things up, but I don't want to stress my body out and feel lousy. So I'm pacing myself, which is hard for me because I'm an all or nothing type of gal. When I start something, I want to go full force into it, and which I did in the beginning, and I soon found out that I can't do that. So I backed off. I'm like, okay, I am doing 3 meals, and I'm just going to make sure that I eat the right foods. And then, so typically I start eating around 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, have breakfast, and then I stop. My last meal's 6 o'clock, and it's doable. So that's what I have embarked on recently. And like I said, if you're interested in more, check out those different doctors that I mentioned. And if I figure out how to add links on here, I will. But I can't promise anything. Depends on how smart I feel at the moment. I know it's probably easy. I just haven't taken the time to figure it out. But anyhow, it's over 13 minutes. That's almost 14 minutes now. So I'm going to get off of here and quit boring you with this. But yeah, go check it out. I don't think you'll regret it. It makes perfect sense. And they'll explain it far better than I do. Okay? Thanks. Bye.